Welcome back, everybody. I'm getting a little bit teary now because, can you believe it? This is the last lesson. And really we're going to have a look at, where to from here. And interesting, I was speaking with a mentoree student of mine, and we were talking about options and going forward, and they were looking, and I said, well, look, you've got all of these skills now in SEO, and you know how to optimize and write articles to get links and do management, PR management, reputation management, and market leadership. We've learned all of these things in the challenge. And I was mentioning that already, if you look at the forums, there's a bunch of people who have actually already, sort of got jobs off the back of their challenge training. And this has always been the case throughout the years. People have gotten fantastic jobs. And, sometimes people look at that and they say, well, that's all a bit, shouldn't, lots of people say, oh, no, you shouldn't work for somebody. You should burn the bridges, burn the ships, and go off and do something. And I think that's crazy. I really think that's crazy talk. To me, I think it's very, very smart to be paid to practice. And anyways, he was saying, yeah, that's a good idea, Ed. And anyway, we went on to elance.com. Now, elance.com is just a good old, it's a service which, people place jobs, and people who are freelancers who are looking for jobs. And I just typed in SEO here on the search, and look at this. Can you believe this? Bunches and bunches. Link building and SEO for an auto accessory site. Now, $1,000 to $5,000 budget. All of you are capable of doing that. And I dare say, actually, a hell of a lot better than a lot of, inverted commas, professional so-called SEO firms, bluntly. But that to me is incredible. And look at this: SEO for beauty sites, 1 to 3 months. Technical SEO copywriter need. SEO for new site, more than $1,000. I have a new site in the skincare market, and I want to get page 1 rankings for several keywords in major search engines. I have some ideas of the keywords, but I want advice to be appreciated. Any of you who have gone through the challenge are more than qualified for doing that sort of work. And look at it, we keep going down and down and down. And look at this, SEO marketing for a travel photography site. You guys know what to do, and on and on. And if I look at this, there are 636 results here. There are 636 active jobs on Elance alone. And there are a bunch of other sites that are like Elance which have SEO jobs. And indeed, on the challenge, of course, we have our own job board, which is a completely unmoderated place. One of the things I love about Elance is it protects both the person who's doing the work and the person who's getting paid. So it really is awesome. And look at that, 600 odd jobs. It's quite extraordinary to me. Now, as far as your training and so on goes, I really want to talk to you about two things, because of course in the challenge we've got you to the point where we've tested a market. In terms of the Magnificent Symphony, we talked about, obviously market research, and we've done the best job we know how to teach you how to research a market properly. We've started testing for traffic. We've tested for conversion. We haven't touched on product, and we scratched the surface of what's possible with market leadership. And I suppose when we looked at what we could do and do something, do it in a very, very cost-effective way, we came up with, and I'm very excited to relaunch Challenge Plus. It's a fantastic site, and I'm very, very proud of it. And it may look a bit familiar to you because we've tried to make it a very, very cozy home for challenges. And what we do here in Challenge Plus is, the first thing that you've got to understand, it's not so much step by step as we have a monthly format. And if we click in onto the library here, you'll see that you've got our archive from our old, and from last year, you can see we can dive into any month here. We can click on April, for example. What were we up to in April? And the whole idea behind Challenge Plus is to keep everything fresh. keep everything, sort of, news, because things change, right? Things change all the time. And because of that, we want to bring you the latest and greatest information. For example, of course, April was iPad launch month. And and there you go. It's iPad month on 30 Day Challenge Plus. But you can see here we've got our good old videos, and you can obviously watch them. And you're obviously very familiar with our different HD, SD,
Hey gang, Ed
and
here,
so on
and
that you can download. And what's really, really cool is, of course, we provide you with a wonderful sort of subscription link, which allows you to get all your Challenge Plus content directly into iTunes on your iPhone or your iPad or your Android device. And of course we have transcripts for everything as well, and these transcripts are just phenomenal. So it's very, very similar to what it's really very similar to what you're useful. And you can see here we've got the transcripts of everything. And so you've got all this information. But what we want to do is we want to show you things like Facebook changes. You can see just in this month alone, the honest truth, some hard talking about life in the grind, talking about working. It really is. And of course, our question and answers. We do question and answers every single month as well. If we go back in the library, though, I want to show you some product creation stuff, because obviously with Challenge Plus, product creation is such a big deal. And if we just click in here on the archive, you can see that there's a bunch of, using Skype for interviews, how I use Skype and recording and how we create products with that, audio recording, list management, how to create lists, different product creation series, interviews and presentations, market understanding, link building, using stuff like TweetDeck. Creating videos with the slideshows was one of our most popular. There's just content after content after content. Google Wave, well, we don't have to worry about that one anymore. But that's an example of the way things change. And the idea is we want you to focus on the stuff that's important to you, and let us be your research and development team. Let us give you the best information and the stuff that you should be concentrating on. You can see we've got a forum in there. We've got support. We've got Melinda, the talented Melinda, and Caro moderating the forums here in Challenge Plus. So we've got a huge team, and of course we've got our classic blog. So it's a very, very nice home. And as I say, it's all about keeping you up to date with what's going on, showing you how to create products, showing you can just have a look at this, outsourcing your video encoding, Google Trends keywords reach, iPad for business, going local, local marketing and local research, our webinars. You can just see that's just in the last month what we've been doing. So I really recommend you to have a look at Challenge Plus. The flagship, the granddaddy of them all, is of course the Immediate Edge. And the Edge. Very, very proud of Dan Rain and John Dean and the team in Manchester. It's run out of the Manchester labs. And the cool thing about, of course, the Edge is not only do you get everything that's going in Challenge Plus here, but you also, and you can see here they've got all the content stored there in Challenge Plus, but you've also got these extraordinary training modules. And you can see, again, important to understand that both the Edge and Challenge Plus are not step by step. It's more about, what's some cool techniques for outsourcing, for example. And we click on that, and you can go in, and you've got here outsourcing, and you can see 30 Day Challenge Plus content has got a little icon that'll change to Challenge Plus. And you can see different, need an article, how to use Mechanical Turk, how to find a voiceover, different outsourcing interviews that we've done over the time, creating a 99 Designs project movie, all of these sorts of elements here. Outsourcing links, related things, places to get a job too, by the way, Guru and Rent-A-Coder. It's really beautifully done. And an interesting thing I've got to say is you can put in your projects and click, and I can go in here and add a new project, and you can track what you're doing on your project inside Immediate Edge. It really is absolutely fantastic. So now if we go back to the Edge dashboard, You can see that there's a bunch of things. We've got the library here, which is a wonderful, there's a whole bunch of reports in here, which are fantastic, and you can go through and have a look at, software and tutorials that are available to you. One of the things about the Edge is that it goes in and gives you code and tools and things that you can use for all sorts of different things, PHP, clothing, Google Subscribe Links Generator. Look at all of this stuff here that's available for you to use. I mean, it is really quite extraordinary. Again, if we keep going back, you can see the blog here. Oh, this is very cool, actually. There's a new site review category in the Edge. And it's really fascinating because what you can do as an Edge member is submit your site for evaluation by the Edge crew. And it's brilliant. Like, you get an actual, people pay me a lot of money to do these things, and you can actually submit your site. Now, the quid pro quo, of course, is that, we take elements of that review and publish them. So it becomes content. But, as I said, in this day and age, you should never be worried about people pinching your stuff, because it's too hard to pinch stuff anymore. And you can have a look. Oh, gosh, it's this tool section. Fantasos is a major CRM and custom site tool which is available to you. GeoIP, which is all the tools and techniques to do and allow you to locate by site. I mean, there's an extraordinary amount of stuff here. Obviously, there's a great forum, and you can go have a look at all the old newsletters that are there. And, just all the different areas, there's all sorts of advanced strategies like CPA and blog farms and so on. It really is a phenomenal area. And if we go back to the dashboard there, you can see all the different interesting hot trends. That's a great little project in and of itself. You can also, of course, track your projects. Now, I don't have one, but look at this. You can create your product and then track your project through all the research, the SEO, the testing, and the copywriting. Wonderful little tool. It really is fantastic. So I would hardly recommend you checking out, and we're going to have some, if you have a look on the page, you'll see we've got some special offers because you've gone through the challenge. We've got some special offers for both, Challenge Plus and Immediate Edge has a $1 trial going. So, there's all different ways for you to go through these two products, and they really are fantastic for your next step. And we've got something really for everybody. So, again, look, thank you so much for being part of this year's challenge. Please tell your friends. Let them know that it's there. This training will stay up till, of course, next year when we get all crazy and do all of this stuff again. Thank you to the incredible team behind the challenge this year. You have been awesome. All of you who have been participating in the challenge, you too have been incredibly awesome. Thank you so, so much. I will speak to you soon. Good luck with your online endeavours, and make sure you write and tell me how you're going. We'll speak soon.